Good morning. It's Saturday. Woohoo! Day 7. We're just getting camp packed up. We've got our packs almost ready to go. I don't know if we had a little incident. You can see like these little holes in the
Rock
ground,
piles.
rock piles. I guess they're ground squirrels.
I think they're ground squirrels.
They remind me of prairie dogs, but they're not prairie dogs.
No.
They're like more rodent looking. But yeah, yesterday as I was refilling a smart water bottle and Sarah was in the tent, something happened.
It came and it was like on Brian's side of the tent, like this on the tent door. I was like, get away!
If that little bugger had scratched through, I would have been very upset. But they were just, I guess, curious. Although this is a very established campsite, so it can't be the first time they've seen people here. But maybe they've gotten food in the past. Who knows? But that was a little bit of excitement. Sarah got chilly last night. It was like in the 40s, the low 40s.
Well, I went to bed in a t-shirt and I was like kind of hot when I went to bed. So I had my long sleeve near me, but it's always hard to get out of the warm sleeping bag to put on a long sleeve shirt. Once I put it on, I was fine.
Yeah, I will say overall it has cooled down nicely, even
Yeah.
whether we're at like close to 8,000 feet or like today we're like at 5,000 feet, it still cools down nicely.
Because it's getting pretty hot during the day in the 80s, right?
Oh yeah, especially when we're in the direct sun. So that's nice. It's nice that it cools down at night. It definitely helps sleeping. So yeah, we're at day 7. This was initially going to be
10
a
nights.
10 night, so an 11-day trip. And we're kind of like near the end of our loop. We were kind of lamenting if we just didn't know enough about the mileage and the terrain. We probably would have spent a night at the base of the Chinese wall and actually like day hiked up there if we had known, but we didn't. So we still had great views of the wall, but just not from the top. So we're kind of like running out of miles. We have one more pass to go over. Route Creek Pass, and it's like the lowest pass of the trip. So we were lucky enough to have Sarah's sister, thanks Megan, cancel our first hotel. So now we have a lot of flexibility, and we're probably gonna do a couple more town days and like go to some breweries and do all that fun stuff on our way to California. So that's the update. I don't even think we're really sure about today.
I mean, if we wanted to, it would be a long day.
Be a long day.
But we could hike out today.
We could hike out today. So I think depending on what kind of campsites we see and honestly how we're feeling. Because initially we were planning on not doing the pass today, but we may actually do the pass today. We'll see how we feel. So yeah, that's the update. It is kind of cool though that we have this flexibility.
Yeah.
Especially when it's our first time in a new area, and there's no permits, so we're not really stuck to being at a certain campsite a certain night like we are in Glacier or some other places. Yeah, so that's the update, and we'll check in at the Wrong Creek Cabin, which is about a mile away. That's our first like major intersection.
And they have an outhouse. Well, we hope they have an outhouse. The rest, all the cabins have, so.
Yeah, so instead of digging a hole, maybe we'll use the outhouse. Check in later.
Where's the cabin?
We know the cabin's here somewhere. Stay tuned.
Here comes Brian. Good job.
So we're on the Route Creek Trail, Trail 108. We just went up a couple of switchbacks just to get to the top. But something that happens out here in the Bob is we're at a trail junction, but nothing is marked. So you really have to kind of pay attention when you see an obvious junction and just get a bearing and make sure. Because if we would have went straight here, which would be the normal thing to do, and you might not even see the switchback cutting, you'd be on the wrong trail. You'd be on, I think, 117, and that's not the way we want. We want to stay on 108. But yeah, I could definitely see easily making a mistake like that and just keep going straight. So you got to keep your eyes open out here and kind of have an idea of where trail junctions are going to be, so you're looking out. So there's a couple of these on the trail. Number 5, it looks like. Not really sure what that means or what it's for. But then a little further up, there's another one. Looks like at least the lettering is still on this one, so we can read what it says. Oh, interesting. The snow course marker. And we went from number 5 to number 1. So, very interesting. So Sarah should get some sort of commission from La Sportiva. We're on this dusty trail, and she's leaving that distinctive La Sportiva trademark in the trail. That's good advertising, La Sportiva. You should think about a sponsorship. Look at that. Pretty cool. All right, staying on the 108. Okay, it's around noon on day 8. We just did a water crossing on the 108 trail, and we're now gonna start climbing up the Route Creek Pass. We got about 1,200 feet to climb, it looks like, to get to the top of the pass, so up we go. Top of the pass. All right, it's Saturday, 2 p.m. at the top of Route Creek Pass. Sarah's making her way down the switchbacks that way, and I'm gonna be catching up to her right now. Our last pass of the trip. I think we did 4 passes on this one. Pretty cool. Let's see what the views are like around the other side here. Couple 100 feet below me on the switchbacks. All right, we've been going down the switchbacks of Route Creek Trail, and sadly it looks like we're leaving the Bob Marshall Wilderness. First time here, but we've been looking for a campsite. Hopefully something will pop up soon. All right, so we're still looking for a campsite, and in this little creek area here, just saw a black bear cross. So we're gonna keep our eyes open and make sure it doesn't link up with us on the trail. A bear sighting. It was so quick I couldn't get a video of it. Right, the map is more accurate. We're still looking for a campsite. Ah! Okay, so after about 8 hours of hiking, we were getting pretty desperate for a site and getting like 2 miles away from our road walk. So we finally found something that's workable near water crossing. So Sarah's getting that set up. I've been collecting water. If we didn't have cloudy, overcast skies, it would not be a great site because there's not a lot of shade. But today it's fine because it's been pretty overcast most of the afternoon. So yeah, had a little excitement, saw that black bear, only saw it for about 3 seconds. And it was at the water, so there's no way it hurt us because that water is so loud and we were so far above it. But other than that, nothing really to report. I know Sarah's probably pretty tired. Feeling like, I still had a little bit more in me, but definitely starting to feel it a bit. So probably the longest day of hiking we've done. And it was nice though, because it was like up and over the pass and then down. It wasn't multiple ups and downs, which can be more tiring. And we didn't have the sun on us for most of the afternoon, which is also nice because the sun can really, at least for me, drain your energy. So here's a nice little water source. Definitely scoopable, but we'll make it work. It's nice and cold, so we love that. And we'll probably do one more check-in once we're settled in, comfy, cozy in a tent. And it has been like sprinkling rain off and on. Nothing too heavy, but it's coming down again a little bit, so I'm gonna turn this off. Day 8 recap. We both had dinner. Just relaxing now in the tent. It's been pretty comfortable in the tent. There's a bunch of flies, but we're fine. So I imagine we'll probably both be asleep early tonight. We'll see.
Oh, I added it up. We did, what did I say? 13 13.5 miles.
Yeah, the GPS only gave us credit for like 11, so
No wonder my feet are tired.
yeah. But we only have 4 miles tomorrow, 2 on a trail and 2 on a dirt road. Unless we see a pickup truck go by and
I could hang at the trailhead with the packs.
oh, yeah, you could do that as well. That's true. And I could really motor. That's not a bad idea.
With that Rocky Talkies.
Yeah. Okay. Well, my water's boiling, so we'll see you in the morning for day 9.